Hello and welcome back to Week of Movie Pros, where I actually have set up a place. It's over there for us to do it. I'm a little nervous because I have to use a movie poster on top of a movie poster, and I feel like that could be scary. So we're gonna do it over here. I I am fine. Okay. So we have the movie called Trolls World Tour, which I gave a 4.5 out of 5 stars with a good old like. I watched it twice in my rental viewing of 48 hours. I do want to mention that if anybody's renting this in like 4K Ultra HD, I don't know if iTunes and or Vudu or Fandango or whatever else you rent it from. Amazon has it in two different places. You can either rent it as a normal film or a 4K film, and they do determine on how long you can keep them, and they're just not really upfront about that. So like, I just wanted to put it out there. 4K Ultra HD is only for 24 hours for $20, which I think is, depending on how large your family is, someone would say a ripoff, or $20 for 48 hours, which I really don't think is that bad of a type, like the price. Now, I do have to mention the first Trolls is one of my favorite guilty pleasures. It was one of the best times I've had at a movie theater in so long that when this got directly sent home to video, I was a little upset. Not because I was mad that we were gonna get to see it at home, because that's a cool experience. Except everybody I watched talks through it, so that was annoying. But also, like, I was excited to see another one of these movies in theaters. So fingers crossed this does well enough and it gets greenlit for a sequel to go into theaters so I can get my reward. I do love how everybody in the cast was very, very happy about this, being greenlit and turned, not being greenlit, being put on to like the video on demand stuff. So what is this movie about, you might ask? Well, we take a right turn away from Bergensons, which are the people in the first movie, and go into a much more expanded fantasy world of the trolls. So there's 6 different types of music. I couldn't tell you off the top of my head. Rock is one of them. Classical, pop, funk, maybe. There's 6 different types of music, emo or like the really high like remix beat. I'm pretty sure is one of them, and there's our main bad guy, who I also somehow, as many times as I say it, can't remember the name of that character. She's memorable. Like, I can see her. She's right there. She's the main person on the poster, played by Rachel Bloom. And she's part of Hard Rock, and she wants to bring all the strings together because they were separated at a certain time, um, due to reasonings, and she wants to bring them all together to make one nation under rock because she believes every other music type is like boring and whatever. This film is very good for children because the message alone, especially in a time right now where we need to be one, there's the song at the very end is very true, and it's very here. It's also very happy filled. I do want to mention the imagery here is a little psychedelic. My little sister had some issues with it, just because it gets real weird, especially towards the middle half. I watched it. Also, should I put this on there? I am going to, because I think it's important for my review. I watched it both high and not high. Now, I don't tend to partake in the devil's lettuce, but when I do, it's for purposes, well, anxiety. But for this one, I watched the movie. We watched it for like on Friday for our family movie night, and I loved it. But the whole time I was looking at my mom, and I was like, this movie be fucked up high. And sure enough, I watched it a little bit stoned, and it was a better time. Honestly, recommend it. It was pretty good. It's weird enough that it's like so trippy that you're not like out of the movie. Like, you're not. It's not so trippy you're out of the movie, but it's trippy enough that like you're there. It's hard to explain, but I do like it. The performances here were all amazing. My main complaint is Anna Kendrick. Not that Anna Kendrick is bad in this movie, honestly. Though, like, Anna Kendrick's amazing in anything and everything she's ever done. One of my favorite actors of all time. But she's not used very well here. For instance, I would say everything except singing, which makes me sad. I was really looking forward to this movie for Justin Timberlake's, his voice in particular, and then Anna Kendrick. They had a lot of songs in the first one, and I think it's what really brought the first one together. I really liked all the songs, and this one I wasn't a huge fan of every song. You're not supposed to be, but like overall, I'm happy they spotlighted the people they brought in, like the big names they brought in, to give them their own songs. But I wish some of our main characters would have got their own signature songs as well, and not just been a part of like the bigger mashups. Like Anna Kendrick has no zero, like she doesn't have a song that's just hers in this whole movie, and she had two in the first movie, and then also Justin Timberlake, which has one very important song towards the end of the last one, also does not have his own song. They have a duet towards the middle of it due to the subplot of Branch trying to tell Poppy that he's in love with her. They have a subplot, in there, and they have a song dedicated to that subplot. But overall, I would say it's a throwaway, and the song is beautiful. I listen to it like every night now. But you know what I mean? It was just annoying. I do want to mention though the cultural appreciation here was off the charts. There's K-pop in here. Um, there's Mexican music. There's so many different types of cultures and stuff inside this film that are represented, and music-wise and just like overall, it was amazing. I love that for that. It's also very gay. Not really. Like there's no gay characters. Don't worry. There's no onward in here. Kind of annoying. I'm not gonna lie, but um, lots of rainbows, lots of sparkles. It really spoke to me, and I'm gay, so you know that made me happy. Overall, this was an amazing movie, and I would highly recommend, especially if you're like trying to find something to watch and you can spend $20. $20 is a steep price. I don't see it going down anytime soon. The only prices that have been dropping are the ones that are coming out for rent, and this movie just came out in theaters. It's premiering in theaters, um, and so I don't see this whatsoever dropping for at least another like 2 months. It could be a shorter release plan, and it could be like maybe 4 weeks or so. I'm not entirely sure. It's all probably dependent on this pandemic that we're a part of right now. Um, but I would say write it, especially if you have kids or if you're someone who partakes in the devil's lettuce. I think both you're gonna have a great time, and it's overall just like a really really fun movie. Highly recommend. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give me a big five. Oh, hold on. Side note, back up, reverse. Okay, we're here. Podcasts are live. So if you want to go ahead and check out our podcast, Week of Movie Bros, on any of your local podcast stations that you check out, or here on our YouTube channel, they're going to be linked down below. And they're like, you just go to our page, and then they're right there. We also have a whole entire dedicated playlist called Weekly Podcasts. We're on season 2, episode like 9 or something like that. I think we're doing our 10th episode this Friday. So totally can catch up. Right now, we're just kind of talking and chilling because it's hard to have movie news in the moments like this. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, please give me a big fat thumbs up. Don't forget to comment down below. Hit the subscribe button. I'll see you all next time for another beautiful, lovely video. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.